sad story and an eye-opening one. A Coronado High School graduate about to begin her college experience, prime of her life, died of heat exhaustion after collapsing on a hike out of Gold Strike Canyon.
18-year-old Tiari Kiilani Iran was her high school's prom queen who had a passion for adventure and a desire to make at least one person smile every day. In our special report, News 3's Kelsey Thomas explained she lived each day as if it would be her last.
You have to know her. She's just so unique, and everything she would say was just weird and quirky, but it works.
Allie Anderson and Tiari Kalani Duran had been best friends since they were 5.
She always had a new craft, a new idea, a new project that she wanted to do, something new she wanted to see, a place she wanted to go, and that's just how she lived her life.
Whether taking selfies at the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York City or going down a slip and slide here at home.
She would just try to make anyone smile. That was her goal, is to make one person smile every day.
Ki'i was part of a family connected by their faith and dedicated to their church.
She saw how Christ served, and that was the same way she wanted to serve.
Ki'i's mother, Ali'i, says her daughter's spirit was contagious.
Ki'i never did anything small. Never. And that was her spirit. She embodied doing as much as she could in every second of every minute of every hour. And she loved life so much. It just amazed me.
In May, Ki'i was crowned prom queen at Coronado High School in Henderson.
Like, as soon as her name was called, I was like, I was freaking out.
Ki'i was planning ahead, on track to become a freshman at the University of Hawaii in the fall. But she will never make it there. A few weeks after graduation, Ki'i and her friend Alec Dales went for a hike in Gold Strike Canyon.
It was a bad situation from the beginning.
It was 103 degrees July 8th. The two had one bottle of water. Towards the end of the 4.5-mile hike, Ki'i began to fade.
Kind of staggered for it, like she kind of fell over and like kind of held herself up, and then she completely collapsed. You know, I just pick her up in my arms and I go maybe 100, 200 feet, and I'm exhausted too, and that was the most I could do. I had to put her down. You know, I was exhausted and I couldn't do it.
Dales called 911 and waited.
I'm just sitting there and thinking, if they don't get here, it's just going to get worse, and I'm thinking she might die out here.
Ki'i would spend the next 2 weeks at Sunrise Hospital.
But the doctors kept saying, like, you know, her organs are failing, and then just one day she just didn't wake up.
My chains are gone, I've been set free.
Then, a celebration of her life. A burst of sunflowers, songs, and stories.
After high school got out, she told me that we were going to go write inspirational messages on our favorite people's cars.
Hundreds trying to relieve the unimaginable pain of such a sudden loss. A friend, a sister, and a daughter gone too soon. Kelsey Thomas, News 3.
It just rips your heart out to see there wasn't a dry eye in that place. You could just tell all the lives that she really touched.
Such a bright light, just stuffed out.
Yeah, and it also goes to show you how quickly a situation can just turn deadly. Effective today, the National Park Service has shut down that popular hiking trail near Hoover Dam. They say it's just too dangerous to be hiking during the summer.
Yeah, the emergency closure will remain in effect through August 30th, when typically it begins to cool down. You just heard she's the kind of person who really wanted to change lives and help people. So in her memory, in her honor, remember this story the next time you're thinking about going out hiking in the desert.
Yeah, that's a really good point. This weekend, it probably still will be warm, but Kevin, you're also talking about